The Ghana Police Service is being charged to be fair in its operations before, during and after the December elections if it wants politicians to desist from moving about with personal bodyguards on election day. The police served notice that it will not tolerate the presence of bodyguards at polling stations or other persons who go there on election day under the guise of being security aids to politicians. The service knows that these supposed security aids often cause trouble at the polling centers, leading to preventable altercations which disrupt the voting process. Here is the Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, DSP Sheila Abeye-Bachman, speaking to Gifty Andropia on The Probe on the Joy News channel.
Do political parties have security essence? I haven't seen any law in the country that authorizes political parties to set up security organizations or security units in the political parties. So if any political party has security aids, they are not recognized. And so no party can bring that kind of security to a polling station. As the Inspector General of Police said, we are supporting the Electoral Commission, and the Electoral Commission has put in place structures that will allow candidates to have their agents at the polling stations to observe in their steps. And these are the people we expect to see on the day. There is no recognition for security officials of any political party or any party who will come and support security agencies in our work. No, we have sufficient plans to police the ballots, and so we do not expect them. And if they do come, they will be arrested and prosecuted. What basis would anyone say that this person is a security personnel? That is the basis based on which the person will be arrested. If you carry yourself, or if you call yourself a security personnel who is not recognized, you know there are several provisions that will come at play, because security services, even private security, are regulated by law. Yeah. So first of all, like I said, there is no recognition whatsoever for political party security units under our laws. The Political Parties Act does not create such an institution or unit. And so we believe and trust that our political party officials will not claim to be carrying security personnel along, and such people will not go to the polling station.
Well, speaking on the same show, Ranking Member on Parliament's Defence and Interior Committee, James Agalga, said this will only be possible if the police maintains an impartial posture in the discharge of its duties.
You say warning signs that you have sent to your people, but
we are law-abiding. All we are saying is that the police should do their work with some level of professionalism.
Okay. That
is all we are asking for. But in the event that that is not done, we are simply saying we will not allow a repeat.
But when you say, you see, isn't it these comments? Isn't it these comments? We have some questions. We still have some questions. And we've donated part of our time to COVID-19 already, so we don't have a lot of time. So let's make our points very brief so that we'll get we can take as many questions as possible. But Mr. Agalga, when comments like these go up, don't you think that's what actually incites people who then feel like they need to defend themselves because
we must call a spade a spade. You see, we have a situation whereby people who perpetrated violence were let off the hook.
Okay.
And so, you see, once beaten, twice shy. We're saying that we don't want to have a repetition of Ayawaso West.
We're gone. Okay.
We have never meant to waste any time. We have the opportunity to comment on election security. Now, we're saying that the police should be allowed to decide their mandate professionally. If they do that, nobody is going to have any reason to take the law.
Okay, Ms. Agalga, your point is well.
On his part, security analyst Adib Sani maintained that politicians have no business patrolling polling stations on election day, and he wants them to stay away altogether. He also wants a complete ban on the use of motorbikes.
I see a lot of stories about me being extremely vociferous in calling for a ban or against politicians going or moving from one polling station to another, especially in the wake of the Hawa Kumsen shooting incident, okay? Because you have no business there. We have electoral officers. All the political parties have their representatives there. There's security there as well. So why do they always have to move from one polling station to another?
So on a day like the election, what do you, as an individual, as someone who is not a politician, what do you want to see the police do when people like this show up?
No, of course, they turn them away. As simple as that.
Okay.
They have to turn them away. But let me also quickly add that the problem is, sometimes I commiserate with the police. They find it extremely difficult to do their work, especially in the face of interference from left, right, center by politicians. And so politicians learn to take their hands off the police. It would always be something we would keep talking about. And they've all spoken about commitment to disbanding vigilante groups, etc. As of 2019, this is according to CDD. We still have a lot of these vigilante groups, from Burma Camp Boys to Burger Bulldogs to the Hawks, Aluta Boys. The question is, and I'm excited, Honorable Agalga is here, Honorable Seth is here. Have they disbanded these groups in line with the Anti-Vigilantism and Other Related Offences Act law, in line with the provisions of the documents they appended their signature to?
Well, Chairman of Parliament's Defence and Interior Committee, Seth Achampong, has meanwhile asked his colleague politicians to respect the law governing the polls by ensuring only ballot observers are present at polling stations.
At a polling station, the highest officer at that polling station is the presiding officer. Any other person that goes into that perimeter, which is so demarcated on an election day, takes the ruling of that presiding officer there. You, as a politician and a political agent or observer, is just there to observe proceedings there. It is when people try to go against the law and try and play criminality, then they behave and misbehave. We are all citizens first and foremost. Let us respect the laws that we have set for ourselves. Listen, this election is a decision to get leaders for this republic. First, we are going to elect a president as the constitution mandates and 275 representatives. Those of us standing are just 275 will only be chosen. There is no fight in this exercise. All you need to do is to ensure you get to the polling station on time, key and get yourself through the process, and wait till the last ballot is cast and the polling station is closed and the counting begins.
Okay.
Let us respect ourselves. Let us not shortchange. As we go about canvassing, that is where the trouble is.
Okay.
Let us ensure that we do our canvassing, we do our campaigning, we do our walking. You can't stop people in the next 29 days not to canvass, not to talk, not to go into people's homes. But the president just told all of us that COVID is still with us. So let's protect ourselves.